Hello, everybody, and welcome to Chloethedev Unfiltered, and welcome to the third episode of How to Get Started with Near. I think that's the name of the series, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. Honestly, so today this is the marmaj.near account, and normally I'll start with the Mackenzie.near account. That's Mackenzie is one of my friends in Antigua. She doesn't know anything about blockchain, and so I'm sort of catering this series as if someone like her, who maybe lived on an island, lives somewhere where, a third world country or a country where they don't really have easy access to financial services all the time. It's not online financial services. And so they might not be able to simply go on to any exchange and just swap tokens easily. And they might not know much about crypto to get started. And so the idea is to educate people just truly onboarding for the very first time into the Web3 space. So Web 1 was like the first iteration of the internet. Web 2 was like social media, Facebook, Instagram. And Web 3 is, I guess, blockchain technology and how the open web allows us to, in my opinion, browse a bit more safer and allows us to be self-sovereign with our data and also our finances or economic resources. So I did some staking. My last video was about staking and proof of stake. And I actually found something very interesting for myself. So I'm gonna go back here. So these 5 validators, Stake Sabi, Staken, Zavoldi, and Build Links all have the exact same fee of 1%. But it seems like my rewards are a tiny bit different for each of the validators. So it's not off by much, but I mean, if you had 10,000 near staked, that might be a noticeable difference. So I put 219.08 in my transaction. So let's look at one of these. Actually, let's get the summary. The summary will show what we did. So 16 hours ago, I called a withdraw function or a withdraw method, same thing, in the contract for the Invest in Women validator. So if you remember the video from yesterday or last time I did a video, I had most of this balance delegated, right? Because I can't run a validator myself. It takes over 3 million near to have a seat as a validator, and I showed in the last video there's like about 55 currently running validators in the near network. And so someone withdrew 1 million near, or above more than 1 million near from delegating from the validator. And so the Invest in Women run by Bison Trails validator lost their seat and now is inactive. So I withdrew and I received 1,600 near from that validator contract. So it was a contract that delegators send their near to, and then the owner of that contract, which was Invest in Women, would try and use that amount to get a seat and start validating for each epoch, which is just a period of time in which validators are validating blocks or proposing blocks. We don't got to go into that much detail about all that. But you can see here I called a method for deposit and stake for this zero knowledge validators pool. They have a higher fee of 10%, but they use their fees supposedly. This is part of the issue to get, how do you get more transparency in all of this stuff? But anyways, I deposited and staked into the zero knowledge validator. I deposited and staked into the staking pool. I deposited and staked into the Stake Sabi pool and the Build Links pool. So you can hit view all beneath this, and then you go to the Explorer for my account, marmaj.near, and you could start seeing all the transactions that went through. So let's look at one of these ones for Build Links. So Build Links was the last one that I put in, and it's given me the highest fees so far. If you want to really look down into the receipts, you can see marmaj.near deposited, new unstaked balance was 219, And then I went to staking. This gets a little bit convoluted, a little bit difficult to understand, but in return for that, I get some sort of staking shares. Not very important right now. You can, if you want to learn more about that, I'll put a link in the description of this video for if you want to learn a lot more about staking. And you can see the total contract balance. And so these are how many shares I have out of this total number of shares. And this is like 5 million near out of, I put 219.08, but it rounds down for a little bit. Anyways, math. Anyways, I just thought it was really interesting that I started staking, and as you could see, this was the last one I put in. So you could see from the Explorer, the last transaction I did was into the Build Links contract, and yet the Build Links validator gave me my highest return in fees. They all have rewards earned 0.04531, and you could see a different one. It's actually quite a bit different. I mean, that's quite a lower amount that I'm getting in the same amount of time. This one, again, so you know what? Honestly, the next time I stake, that's making me say, hey, I want this. I put less in this one, 19 only, just because they're above that line. If you look at my last video, they're above the line where they have too much stake, and I want to try and put more stake into more smaller validators so that the network can stay as decentralized as possible. But the next time I deposit some stake, I'm definitely going to be depositing to Build Links, because apparently I earned quite a bit more. At least 20-30% more in the same amount of time, which seems wild. I don't even know how that's possible. Anyways, the purpose of this video, that was a super long intro. Sorry about that. 7-minute intro? The purpose of this video is to now talk about what do we do next. So let's go to the Mackenzie.near account. And let's see. So in one day, with a similar amount, we've earned, 2 days, I guess. Oh, sorry. Let's go to the staking. Okay, so I put one near into each, and you can see how, again, Build Links came out on top. I earned a similar increase. So going with the zero knowledge validator, I earned 0.00033 near. And at a 1% fee, I earned 0.00034 near. But for some reason, on this Build Links validator, I seem to earn a lot more this epoch. So I'm going to check that out next epoch again and see why I'm earning so much. Maybe someone withdrew a large amount. I have no clue why that would happen. I haven't looked into this staking enough on near. But again, I'm getting way off track. The point of all of this was start checking out some decentralized applications. So there's actually an event going on right now for the Lunar New Year on Paris. Paris is a NFT application. So let's look it up. Paris.id. And I don't have an account here yet. So first thing we're gonna do is the top right hand corner, we're gonna log in. Oh, we are already logged in with Marma J. So we are gonna log out of Marma J. Although I'm gonna quickly show off my little Paris collection. Let's see, my profile. Because I do own a few cards from a few different individuals. Rogan X, for example, I own some cards from them, and I honestly can't remember the rest of the artists I bought cards from. But my whole goal for this year was to try and collect one NFT a week. And so far, I think I've been doing it. Actually, definitely not, right? I only have 6 NFTs here. But when Mintbase opens up, I'm going to purchase at least one a week, probably more than that. This is one of the first ones I got, Spread the Love. I mean, I did a series on the Marma J Foundation called Spread the Love for a while. So I had to buy one of those cards. You can check out the details on the card, for example. So you can see number 3, Spread the Love. You can see the artist. And if you click this, it'll open up their Paris profile. I'll look at the next tab in a second. You can see all the information about it, the total supply, the date it was created. And here you can see the owners. So the creator still owns 4. Bob.near has it on sale for 84 near, a bit, and Bob also owns 4. And then, Mango, Dogwood, someone who's in the Create Base Guild, Marma J Foundation, and so on. And you can see the history of like the sale price changes and what you can buy it for right now. So you can see here, I bought it for 10 near, but that's back when near was, I think, only $1, maybe less. Now, near is $9, but you can see if I'm technically lost value in near price. So it's always interesting. I buy art more for my personal want of it. I don't really care about reselling it. But I know a lot of people do obviously care about that. So Nate, the creator of Mintbase, bought one of these, and I was like, okay, you know what? It'd be cool to own one of the same ones. So you can see here, total supply of 10 pieces. Let's see. Neverclaim.near created it, but it looks like Naz bought 4 of them. CPU.near bought 3, and this one got sold out. So, Neverclaim.near owns 1, but it's not for sale. So I call that sold out. So it looks like I purchased it for 5 near, and now the cheapest one is 6.6. So, looks like I did well on that one. This one's by Rogan. I really like it. There's 1,000 mints to it though. So there's not really any sort of rarity, right? But I take this as a way just to get a cool piece of art, get a cool card, and support the artist. So I'm the only owner of this one, the Marmaduke Foundation, and you can see the price the Rogan's changed the price a bunch of times. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna log out, because that's my old profile, it's not important, and we're gonna log in with Near. And if you have a wallet, right, if you went to the first video, you created a wallet, you went to the second video, you might have started staking a few of your tokens with a validator, and now we are gonna log in with that new account that we've created. Okay, so because I'm on a ledger, I'm gonna have to authenticate adding a key with some allowance. So what I'm doing right now is I am adding so on Ethereum, for example, you only have one key, a public key and a private key, and that's it. On Near, you could have full access keys, which is what I have when I want to access all of my information from my account. I can move all the data. These cards are really cool. I like these ones a lot, actually. This one, who made these? Sorry, I'm getting off track. But what I just did was I created just an access key that's not a full access key. So it has partial access, and what this key has access to is just put my account name and stuff like that, but also it has a spending allowance of 0.25 Near, so that I can send transactions without having to reauthorize every time. So I lay out the first card of the series, Reflection of a Dream. The reflection of a dream depicts a sunrise on the sea with a view of pile huts. I really like this piece. It seems like it's actually relatively inexpensive, and it's only 2 Near. I actually might buy it, but my point was to show off these Lunar New Year cards. And so they're having the Lunar New Year event where, a lot of these cards are themed around Lunar New Year. If you buy these cards, you can win prizes. And if you create these Lunar New Year cards, the Near Foundation and Paris are going to buy some of these cards. And so you might, get some collectors that are, from the foundation, which I think is pretty cool as well. It takes a while for these cards to load. So not going to lie, usually one of the reasons why I haven't, this looks like, okay. So one of the reasons I haven't collected as many cards as maybe I'd want to on, 1,000 Near for this one, eh? Only 3 pieces. The lion dance is usually performed during the Chinese New Year and other Chinese traditional events. And this is the information for this artist. Seems a bit too expensive. Okay, so it's sold out already, and there's two not for sale, and so someone listed the one that's available for 1,000 near, but looks like they went on sale for 5 near, and now it's 1,000. So you can see that the resale value is quite high for those. This looks like something maybe the Black Fractal would make. Nope. Cool. Actually, it's not like the Black Fractal. The Black Fractal makes art that's a little more trippy than that. This looks like Sanin. Oh, sorry, Crypto Lady Gabby, who I bought the Spread the Love card from. And you know what? I am going to buy a card for Mackenzie. And I guess this one's the second one in the collection. Let's see. Mackenzie only has a 19 near, remember? So this one has 9 pieces. The description, I'm not sure those things are supposed to be there. Let's see. Very cool though. Anyways, we're gonna go with this one. Let's buy it. So buying it is actually quite simple. You click buy, it's pretty smooth. So now it's gonna redirect for a confirmation because I'm spending more than the gas allowance. Remember I said there's an access key that has a spending allowance of 0.25 near. So because I'm above that, it's saying my available balance is 15 near. I'm going to be spending 2 from Mackenzie.near, allow. Okay, so now I gotta say yes on my device. So yeah, as I was saying, one of the reasons why I haven't purchased much art from Paris as I might have wanted to is partially because of the storage of where the data is. Oh, nothing has been transferred. Let's see. So now we're getting, let's see. I'm not sure why that didn't work. Let's try it again. Buy, it should work just to buy the piece. But my point was, oh, wait a second. Let's go back to the wallet and try and see what happened here. Now it's saying it succeeded. This call succeeded. But if I go to view all in the Explorer, so my point was that the data for the art is not decentralized. It's held on a central server. And so if that server went down at the moment, there'd be no way for me as a collector to, claim ownership of my art. But it seems like there's a bigger issue I'm having right here. So this is all the data that's on the blockchain, right? Just the token ID, which is a hash. So which token it was, the quantity of how many I want to buy, so 1, and then the owner that owned that piece. My issue with that is that there's no decentralized storage string. So for example, if it had, the URI or the URL on like IPFS or Arweave or even Skynet for SIA platform, any decentralized platform for the storage, in my opinion, would help, so that if Paris one day went down, if this wonderful decentralized application went down, the owners stopped maintaining it, people would still be able to go access the data for the artwork that they've purchased. MarmaJ.near. It's still saying we're logged into MarmaJ. So let's see. Oh, now it's saying, okay, there it is. So it said nothing was transferred, but apparently it did work. So here is the card we own. And if you go to the owners, you'll see that, Mackenzie.near is now on there on list of owners. And we could start putting it up for sale if we wanted. I'm not going to do that because, again, I think it'll be cool to eventually hand this account to Mackenzie with some NFTs on it and some artwork as well. And you can see the history. So Mackenzie.near bought 1 piece for 2 near, and you can see everyone else who bought a piece. Very cool. So one of the other decentralized applications that I think is pretty cool to get started playing is Berry Club. berryclub.io. So when you get started at Berry Club, you will, okay, I'm logged into the wrong account. Let's log into Mackenzie. So that was logged in already to Chloethedev.near, where I draw hearts, honestly, it's all I draw. I'm not a very good visual artist. So again, I am adding another key to this account, and you could actually see all these keys here. So as you could see, I had an authorized app for Paris.near. My fee allowance was point. If I refresh this page, the fee allowance should go down, I think. Oh, no, same fee allowance. Let's view all. There you go. So you can deauthorize the contract as well. And you can see this key is authorized to view my account name and use the contract, but only up to this amount. For Berry Club, it's the same thing. It can view my account name and use the contract up to 0.25 near. So as we're here, we start with, 25 avocados. Now this can get a bit confusing, but avocados are used to recolor these pixels on the screen. So if I want to recolor, let's say, what should I recolor? So someone wrote, like, I don't even know what this says, but I see, of somewhat, maybe it's a vulgar word, like hoe and ass, okay? So those aren't really words that are, in my opinion, like, I don't know who wrote them, 35.near, but anyways, so I want to recolor those, let's say. So I'm going to change my bar and put the transparency all the way up, and as you can see, it says here, please don't destroy art. If you just want to farm bananas, draw at low opacity or opacity. So I've switched this toggle here because if you toggle it to avocados, if I recolor a pixel, I'll start farming avocados. If I change it to bananas and I recolor a pixel, I'll start farming bananas. So what happens when you go to Berry Farm, at the top there, you could start seeing, so this again is, you can see, this is good though, you can see Chloethedev. So I've earned, I have 18 near in my account, I have 2 near to claim, and you can start seeing a lot of the math behind what like a yield farm would look like. Every time someone colors a square, or every time someone buys some avocados to color squares, near goes into the contract. Part of that near gets split by cucumber stakers. And so, for example, my account has 2.4 bananas. So I could take those bananas, swap them, and now it's gonna me authorize it on my, So now it's showing Chloethedev.near here. I'm gonna allow it, I'm gonna approve, and now you will see that I'm gonna have a few more. I'm gonna have 0 bananas. So I swapped my bananas to avocados and staked them. So now I have a few more. Sorry, to cucumbers. I have a few more cucumbers. I have 0 bananas. This is my total avocado balance, so I can go draw, and I can claim my rewards from the contract. And you can see this is the total near claim. This is the total near that's been rewarded. This is the total supply of cucumbers, and a lot of the interesting dynamics for this contract. So if you look here, though, it's been 5 minutes from the last reward. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up Berry Club in a new tab, and we're logged into Mackenzie. We're gonna start farming. I wonder why it's farming. Interesting. It looks like it seems like a bug to me, but it looks like it's farming avocados without me having drawn anything on. Very interesting. Anyways, maybe you farm. Oh, I think if you're below 25, actually, maybe you just farm 1 avocado a day regardless. That is so interesting. I wonder why it's farming avocados for me. Anyways, what I'm going to do is I am going to come down here and my opacity is all the way up. I've picked a color. I make sure that I'm farming bananas. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to recolor these S's. Okay, so as I recolor, I'm doing transactions with every click, right? But I am not having to reauthorize on my ledger because my fee allowance is being used here. Now I'm not going to draw over this one because I'm just going to, save. Let's see. I'm going to try and make it somewhat symmetrical here. I'm not very good at this, but that's all right. Just having fun, right? There we go. Now let's just color this in. We might not have enough avocados for a heart this big, but that's all right. Yep, I think I'm out. So there you can see I am out of avocados. Okay, so I have 0.002 avocados. I've spent a lot of them, and I've drawn a little bit of a heart. But what I'm going to do right now is let's spend a whole near. So I'm going to spend one near and get 250 more avocados so I can keep drawing. So let's see. Allow for one near. I'm going to have to authorize on my ledger real quick. Okay, approve. So now, there you go. I've sent one near to the contract, and now you could see, look at that. Actually, I don't know why I'm farming bananas, because I have you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to test out Banana Swap, okay, on this account later on, and I'm going to start selling some of my bananas for near. So this is like an AMM, but it's not an open AMM, and it has really high fees. Fees are 10%. But I'm still going to use it. I think it's pretty cool. It's right now, since I have 0 bananas, because remember, Chloethedev has 0 bananas. That is correct. If I sign out and sign back in under Mackenzie.near, let's, go back to my ledger, approve this transaction. Now you'll see I have a very small amount of bananas and a little bit of near as well. I remember I had 13 after Paris. I had 15 earlier today, available balance. I bought a 2 near card off Paris. So now I had 13. I spent 1 near on Berry Club, right here to get these avocados. And now I'm farming some bananas. So now I have 0.04 or 0.0, yeah. So now if I refresh this page, you'll see my balance refresh to 0.04. Now, when I want to sell my bananas, I can put 0.04, oops, and it isn't doing it on its own, but it does do it on its own. I'll click here. So let's see. Oh wait, maybe I have to go 0.04 and then click over here. Nope, that side doesn't work. Anyways, 0.02. So it'll only work this way. You have to put how much near you want, and then the bananas you have to sell will come up on the other side. So it's a bit confusing if you want to know how to sell an exact amount of bananas off of this, but you could do the math, I suppose. But let's just figure it out. 0.05. Okay, 0.8. There you go. So if I wanted to get 0.0008 near, I could sell my right now I have 0.04 bananas, so I can sell my bananas and get back that near. So if you wanted to see a 4-1. So, I already have, so I'm going to wait a couple days after drawing, and we're going to see if we can get our 1 near back. Remember, we spent 1 near to play this game, so let's see if we can keep drawing and get back our 1 near. So you can also hit Alt, okay, and click. So Alt, click to pick that color. I think I just drew by accident too. That's all right. Let's draw some hearts. And let's give this heart a nice border. Let's do a blue border. There you go. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. So each time I click, I am sending a transaction to the Near blockchain. And you can see how quickly, so I can go over my, there you go. There's my heart. Okay. Ba, ba, ba. Oops, what did I do wrong? I have no clue. I think that's supposed to go there. Let me recolor. Sorry, let me recolor this because that's gonna bother me. Sorry. Okay, that's our heart. And you know what? Let's do a nice white border around that. There we go. I'm sure people are gonna draw over this soon, but that's all right too. What I like about this is that everyone gets to draw together. So it's like a community yield farming, drawing some art. It's kind of cool. So as you can see, we're going to earn 66 bananas a day at this, 71. So it updated on the blockchain. So we're going to earn 71 bananas a day if no one overturns our squares. Ooh, that's kind of cool. All right, so it looks like someone did the opacity at 0 and just do across the entire board. So yeah, this is a small little decentralized application you could use to get started on Near if you have a couple of Near to get started. Each avocado, as I said, is one square you can draw. So for one Near, you get 250 drawing squares, which in my opinion is quite a few hearts. I can draw about a heart a day for about a week on one Near. And so as you do that, you can choose to farm bananas. And then you can, now that time has gone down. But anyways, let's log out of Chloethedev and let's log in with Mackenzie so we can start seeing some Mackenzie stats. Allow, and it's gonna make me authorize it on my ledger. So this is why I like using a hardware wallet because, I need to actually fully authorize everything that happens physically at my location, which I definitely enjoy. So here, if I could take these bananas and swap them to avocados, which would give me a % share of all incoming rewards. I'm not going to do that because I highly doubt that Mackenzie is going to be yield farming on this app. And right now, these cucumbers are tied to my account. So I can't trade them or withdraw them. Maybe eventually I'll be able to. That would be kind of cool. On Banana Swap, you can see I earned 0.21 bananas already. So now if I want 0.0005, I think I can do more than that. Yep. 0.05 Near. Okay, the max I'd have to sell. So we're getting there, but we're still quite far from one Near in earnings. Also, if you'd like to just buy the bananas, you could say, you know what, so there's 3,000 bananas in the pool. So you could say, you know what, I want 100 bananas. I don't want to wait. Okay, I want to buy them now. That's going to cost you 2.4 Near. Okay, so it's interesting to think because you can kind of gauge what's worth it more. You could see that on, oops, I have this open on both screens. Let's go back to Berry Club. So you could see on Berry Club, I paid 1 Near to have some fun, and I'm gonna earn 71 bananas a day, but if someone comes and draws over my square right now, that'll go to 0. And I'll have used up 1/5 of my avocados and gained less than 1 banana, right? That might be not, but I enjoy drawing personally. Or you can come here and you could say, okay, let's say I want just 1 banana, right? Okay, that's not bad now. When you start thinking about, okay, 1 banana for 0.02 near, that might be worth it because, you know, I haven't even gotten one banana yet. And, you know, 0.1 near would have costed me that much. So I think it's a fun way to kind of learn about yield farming, learn about the economics of, you know, what should I do? Should I draw? Should I buy bananas? It also gets you to test out using an AMM, so an automated market maker. And all that means is there's a bonding curve where there's someone deposits some near tokens and some bananas at a certain price, right? And what happens is as someone buys more bananas, right? So the less bananas in the farm, the price goes up for bananas. And then as someone says, oh my gosh, the price of bananas is going up because there's less of them, someone might start selling those bananas, and so the price would start going down. Either way, it's on a bonding curve, and there's lots of math keeping the price to some sort of an, I guess, not even equilibrium, but keeping it not even stable either. But anyways, so that's a little bit about what to do once you have gotten your near name and once you've maybe checked out some validators to stake with. These are two decentralized applications. Ooh, let's deny that because we already purchased it. These are two decentralized applications you can get started with. So here is Paris.id, and we can go to the market and see that. So you can see they have a Lunar New Year collection, which I think is pretty cool. So there's that, and you can go on to Berry Club, and for less than a near, you could test out drawing a little bit and trying to use a farm where you deposit for like yield farming, and then you could do some swapping, like an automated market maker, and you can start testing out some of these terms you might have heard in the DeFi, decentralized finance space about yield farming and AMMs and all this crazy stuff. But that's all for this video. Honestly, 40 minutes long. And I think it's kind of funny. The first 8 minutes of it was me talking about staking rewards, but that's all right. In the next video, I'll probably look at the staking rewards again. I'll probably look at to see how much bananas we've earned on this account. And I will also look at the AMM and see if we can maybe start sell those bananas, get back some near. And by then, the mint-based testnet will be launched, hopefully. And so maybe I will go through making a testnet account, because unlike on Ethereum, your testnet account does not have the same address as your mainnet account. And so on Near, you have to actually go to the testnet wallet to create a testnet account, and they're not connected to your mainnet account. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day, evening, wherever you are, whenever you get to see this. I'll put links to Paris and to the wallet again, and to Berry Farm and Berry Club and all this stuff in the description of this video. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them in the comments or in a following video. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.